Hello and welcome back to the channel for another College TF review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Legacy Evolution Dirge, and this is a re-release of a figure that's already been released but has been elusive to track down previously, so now we're finally getting him in Legacy as opposed to Earthrise, I believe. So when he came out, Earthrise or Kingdom, one of those two. So now we're getting him in Legacy. I picked mine up over from All Time Toy Store. Check out the link in the description below to get yours. And let's get right into this unboxing. So I actually do not own this figure. I would, only recommend getting this figure if you do not yet have the first release, as it is just a direct re-release. So there he is. I have wanted this mold, but haven't wanted to pay the somewhat hefty aftermarket prices that the Coneheads Kingdom / Earthrise Coneheads have gone for. So finally getting my hands on one, and let's just take a look. Now this guy is, same mold as those Seekers. Do not cut the figure. That would be good. Oh, those off. Around. And let's get this one here as well. You can, of course, just untie these, which may have been faster, but we're getting there. There we go. Should pop right out now. So just those little wings, nose cone. Just gotta fit it through packaging here. There we go. Figure is free. Packaging. Get his null rays out. Get one on each side. Would have been nice if they remolded these, but I believe they are exactly identical to what comes with all of our previous Earthrise Seeker molds. But nonetheless, here is Dirge out of the package. And of course, he does have instructions, which are almost exactly the same as the Earthrise molds, I believe. If not, there'll be some winging it on this video then. But otherwise, it's very, very similar. Same mold. So let's get it down here a little bit. There we go. Attach his null rays and take a closer look at this figure. Alrighty, bring him in there. You can see very nice head sculpt. The nice screaming face. I like it. Definitely dig that. Got the nice gold and red on the tops there. Nice red eyes, silver face. Otherwise, just lots of black and yellow and blue plastic. Nice paint on the knees, of course. Very nice. Some black on the thighs and on the shins and the toes. It's not wobbly, it's just, I don't know, a little stiff joint. Decepticon logo is actually on the insides of the wings. Nice to see that, as well as on the tops. So very cool. And these wings can be moved back a little bit too. So if you don't want them completely out to the side, you can do that as well. And these little wings on the back don't really like it anywhere. They just kind of flop around. So, but pretty faithful, I would say, to the original toys of the Coneheads. Always been a fan of the Coneheads. They are a bit of a different take on our typical Seekers. Speaking of which, here is Thundercracker, Earthrise Thundercracker, who came in the 2-pack with Skywarp, who I'll use for the jet comparison later on. But just so you can see the similarities and differences between the molds. So this whole chest region has actually been remolded. Same waist crotch piece there, same thighs. The shins are different. Toes are the same. Then of course the whole sides of the legs are different here. I believe this inside part is the same, but then you have different joints attaching, the full wings on Dirge, whereas it's just the horizontal and vertical stabilizers on Thundercracker. There you go. There's the back, largely the same. Again, like the cockpit and all the upper region is very similar. Just have different attachment points for the various wing components with canards for Conehead here. And then of course different head sculpt, intakes, I believe, are the same. Yep, exactly the same, just different paint. Same null rays, same arms, same shoulders. So a very similar figure, but that is accurate, as the cone heads were very, very similar to the standard Seekers. No, largely at the time, because that was easy for Takara to remold. So here we go. Now we have the cone heads. Now let's get into transformation here. So first, remove those null rays. Then I like to come to the arms first and disengage this joint. Nice to see that that is a bit looser. You also want to fold the hand up a little bit. And then fold the hand up like that. Same thing on the other side. So just open up forearm. You can see there's this little black piece. You want to make sure that's straight because that slides into the hole in the front of the forearm here. I'm sure all you guys are familiar with this mold at this point. It has been around for a while with lots of different color decos. Same thing, it goes for I didn't do articulation, realizing that articulation on this guy is the same as all the other Seekers. You got all the shoulder movement, arm movement, everything's the same. No differences there. I was just checking out the head articulation. Nice stiff ball joint, but it doesn't really look back all that much. Oh, there we go. Look back a little bit. You can look down a little bit. Not really any head tilt, but his head's a lot stiffer on this guy than previous Seekers. But nonetheless, back to transformation. So after you've done the arms, then I like to come to the chest. This is the most annoying part of the transformation, but nice and smooth on this guy. Just want to open up and pull this whole section back. Then you want to come to the nose cone, and now I believe they had to remold the inside of this maybe a little bit for the cone head, well, unless they already had it that way. But snaps the nose cone over, rotate this whole thing around, and then tap that in up there. Then just come into the arms here, they fold in to the center, like so. And then bring this whole chest section back up, and it should snap right into place. Just like that. Now for the legs, just combine them there, collapse the toes, open up the shins and the waist piece here, and collapse the legs in on themselves. There's some tabs to line up here that shoot themselves into the top of the legs. And then, actually this time, unlike previous Seekers, now the knees or the shin pieces cover up the crotch piece there, whereas just showing here, you see that waist piece covers up the kneecaps. So reverse on this guy. Make sure all that's nice and tight. And then you just come to the wings. These just snap down and attach on the side, like so. Same on each side. Those wings stay flat. And here you have Dirge in his jet mode. Always did like these variations on the jet mode. They remind me a lot of the different X-Planes and different programs that McDonnell Douglas and Lockheed and Boeing and all those companies have run with their fighter jet programs, Northrop Grumman, all to, compete with each other and come up with new aerodynamic styles that may or may not work. But this one's certainly a cool one, fun one. You can pull like these null rays either onto the wings or in any of the 5mm ports across this guy. So that's what Dirge looks like in his jet mode. I'm just bringing in Skywarp here, just for comparison there. So of course, the whole fuselage of the jet is identical. You just then have different wing configurations, no tails on this guy, but he does have canards, so no horizontal stabilizers either. But he's just got big wings and back. Reminds me of a Vigan, if any of you are airplane fans. Kind of similar-ish to that. Somewhat, lots of airplanes with canards, so you can see the backs, the engines are the same, formed from the toes. So that is Dirge. Hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please remember to hit that like and subscribe. Just wanted to give you a little preview of, if you're going to pick this figure up, what it is, how it looks. I would imagine most of you are familiar with that Earthrise mold. So same mold, essentially, just a few minor tweaks. But awesome figure. I always love these Earthrise molds. They're fun. They're easy to transform. They look great. They're nice and durable. So no major mold degradation that I could tell from that brief unboxing. But I highly recommend this figure. Definitely check out that link in the description below. And I'll catch you in the next review. Thanks for watching.